Welcome to art class. Okay, so this week we're going to do some words of positivity. I figured we all need that from time to time. So I'm going to do two different ones and different colors and a different word on each one. And we're going to work in kind of small size here. This is so you can cut your paper. If you're using the bigger paper, you could probably cut it into fourths, one sheet into fourths. So this is probably about 6 inches by 4 inches, maybe 7 inches by 4 inches, but something that's in smaller scale this week. So what I'm going to do is we have our watercolor set. And then we're going to be doing some wet on wet watercolor. And so we want one container of water that will stay plain water. And then we'll have another one that will have the different colors in it. So you can use whatever color combination that you want. You need a bigger brush as well as a smaller round brush. Okay. And some paper toweling, and that's about it. We're going lean and mean on this one. So I think I will start with my water kind of in the center here. And then I'm going to pick up, we want these to be nice bright colors. So I'm going to kind of go with some blue here. And then you can move your paper around and get some very cool, well, okay. I guess this one's going to be the one. I always get myself all confused. Okay, this is going to be the plain water. This one will be the one that we clean our brushes off and that kind of thing. Okay, so now I'm going to go with a really bright green. Kind of a lime green. Okay. Kind of move that around a little bit. Let that go. You can use, maybe I'll use a little bit of purple on here. I'll make sure we've got some water here and over here. And we'll use a nice bright purple. Okay, and then again, you can move it around and mix some of those colors together. And then I think I'll do another one. I've already got some water up here, but another one that's kind of a lighter purple. Maybe this one's kind of a pink purple. And put some water there. Put our paint there. And let those kind of mix together. Now, I don't really like what's happening when it goes right in just a straight line. So I'm going to move that around a little bit. If you notice, it was where your paper kind of wrinkles up. It was, the water was pooling, and it continues to want to do that. So if that's the case, what you can do is get rid of some of that water, and it kind of looks interesting by blotting it. You're giving it a little more texture, right? All right, so we're going to set that one off to the side. We're going to bring out our other one, and we're going to go with some different colors here. So I think we'll go with a really bright pink. that there. And then we'll go maybe with a kind of a, what do I want here? Orange. I think that will kind of mix with the pink kind of in a nice way. I don't know why I'm having trouble thinking about what I want to do here. I think this is kind of an aqua green. I'll kind of move that around a little bit, see what fun happens. And then I think for my last one, I'll do another little color of pink, maybe a lighter pink. Right there. Okay. So the next step to this then is that you want to get, this one's dried a little bit more, so I'm going to put this one over here. Bring out my other one. And what we're going to do is in the areas where we have not put water on our, okay, Kitty, you need to stay back. I know, I love you too, but here you go. Okay, you sit right there. Minky says hello. That we want to take some contrasting colors. So maybe a red. And we're going to load that up. And then we're going to put some marks. You can try to make them round, or you can just make them sort of an organic circle. And then you can do another color. Someplace else here. This is all just kind of random marks. Still had some green in there. That was not a good job. All right. So you can make a line here if you want, which is kind of messing around. You can go back into the wet area and add some dots there if you want. You'll notice they'll kind of like spider out a little bit, so that looks a little cool. don't know if the paint water is good for her, but she is going for it. Okay, so we don't want to overdo it with these marks. And I'm going to kind of get rid of some of this water that's swirling around. And go for some other contrasting colors. You can just do some paint marks like that. And they'll soften out a little bit as you get into the wet area. So what we're trying to do is a little bit of a balance so that you don't have just all of your marks on one side. You kind of have them spaced out around. And this will look really cool when we get our word put on there. These will be good to hang up and remind yourself and others to be positive. Okay, Minky. Seriously, you have your own bowl of water over there. Yes, you have your own bowl of water over there, dear. And again, you can sort of add some inside the wet area, but not too many. My dear one, did you get enough? That was Minky almost falling off the table. She's a mess. Now, I've got both of these little mark things going down, and I don't really like the way that looks, so I'm going to make some going up. Now the next step to this is that we really need to let the paint dry. So you can take a little bit of a break and let it dry. I'm going to make these a little bit bigger. And you can just kind of like look to see how you like this. I think I need one out here that's a little brighter. Let's see, what do I want to do? What is it, guys? We've been outside working in the garden, and everybody is hungry and wants me to feed them. All right, I'm not going to belabor this too much. So go ahead and finish yours and then let it dry, and then we will reconvene to do our letters. Okay, the paper is dry, and so now we're going to write our words of positivity. And so I'm going to do create, I think is what I'm going to do. And so we want to make our letters nice and big. And we want to make them a little bit playful. Which means they do not have to be perfect, right? And then an E. So then I'm going to go back. I'm just using a Sharpie here and just kind of add another bit, another line, excuse me, I was concentrating. Like that. So there's our create. And if you want, you can do like a little line like this underneath it. And you can make this go up a little bit more if you want. It all depends on what word you are using. I think I'm going to extend this just a little bit over and through that dot. Okay, so there's one. That's create. Let's see. What's the next one? I think I had it this way. Trying to think of what I want to write. Don't want to make it too long. That's why I'm hesitating here. Let's see. I've been thinking a lot about the importance of play. So I think I will do a reminder to myself that I need to play. And art is a wonderful way of doing that. There's my P. You can do a different kind of letter. There's my A. And we'll have the Y. And then we'll have it kind of looping off like that. There might be some places where we want to make it a little thicker, so we can do that. I think I'm going to make that go up a little bit more. I'm just going over it a little bit to make it a little thicker, and then I'm going to fill in some of those areas. Just so that the letters are a little more visible. Maybe I'll do a little loop at the top of my L. So maybe I'll put this by my mirror in my bathroom as a daily reminder to create and to play. And then I'm going to make it this Y a little bit thicker down at the bottom and a little bit thicker down here. And then you can kind of go back and troubleshoot a little bit. And we've got our play. So I look forward to seeing your work and to seeing you soon. So take care and remember to play and create and imagine whatever words you have on your artwork. Take care.